Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another championship prediction video. We are into week 5. It's getting exciting. Everybody's beating everybody. Norwich even got a win. So it's great to see finally. Well, we don't really want Norwich to win because we are going to be playing against them and they will be towards the end of the top of the league by the end of the season. Let's bring Ollie in because Ollie had a better midweek than I did, didn't you, mate?
I am flying. This train's just chugging along. Get on board because, yeah, I have had a good week. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, flying. We're flying after such a terrible start.
Well, let me just quickly run through the scores because I am devastated because, as I said to you midweek, I had 2 scores that were absolutely bang on. Norwich conceded against Huddersfield at home. And then it was the Swansea game. They were 2-0 up. They conceded 2 goals after, well, in the 92nd minute, 95th minute, both own goals. Like, how does that even happen?
I don't know, but I loved it. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely loved it because I was getting worried Tuesday. I think I had 1 point at the end of Tuesday. I had an absolute mare. I was going nowhere. And then from the moment that Swansea bottled it, the tides turned and it was all going my way.
Yeah. Oh, and so as you can see on screen right now, Ollie came away with 7 points. That's 3 for the Greens and 1 for the Yellows. I came away with 3 tiny points, which, there you go, predictions table. Viewers, 34, which Ollie will run through in a second. Ollie's gone above me, 23 points, and I'm there with a little old 19 points.
It is looking beautiful, that table. It's really starting to take shape, you know. Everyone's always saying, don't look at the early table, and we didn't. First couple of weeks, you put it to the side, but now we're in the meat of it, and it's looking good. But yes, let's have a look at the viewers and see how they've
You're not being big-headed at all here, are you? Not at all.
I've never been one who gets carried away. Never. I've always been a very feet on the ground, don't blow your own trumpet kind of man. But also, I'm awkward. So looking into the viewers, we had 2 who actually set a fantastic score. They equaled the best score that we've had so far, which was my score from Saturday. But you know, so that was.
You won't blow your own trumpet, though, will you?
Oh, never. You've got to keep your feet on the ground, otherwise people don't like you.
Right.
So Lewis Carter, 10 points, a fantastic week from him, but he was matched by our old favourite, a man who you just can't keep down, JohnEgan.com.
I love
You've got to trust that man because you can't stop him.
No, you can't.
So 10 points there. But there is another really important shout out because there's a man who's appeared fairly regularly on this channel. He likes to talk on Twitter and he likes to tell us that he always knows what's going on.
He certainly talks a good talk, doesn't he?
He talks a fantastic talk, does our stat man. He does not walk that walk very well. He got 1 point.
Do you want to tell everybody what his actual wording was at the top? Was it something like,
here you go, here are the correct answers, I believe.
That's it. Something like that. Here are the correct scores.
Yeah. And
1 point.
None of them. He's had an absolute shocker.
The championship is not easy to predict, as we've seen up to now. And yeah, absolutely. Right, let's move on. Let's move on to the first game of game week 5. Here we go. It is Norwich versus Millwall. Norwich finally got a win. Fantastic for them. 2-1 against Huddersfield. Millwall. What did Millwall do, Ollie?
Millwall did an absolute beautiful little madness that was referenced at the start there. They might not have scored their own goals, but they did get a point from absolutely nowhere. And I make that 2 weeks in a row that they've been 2-0 down and have made their comeback in quite a big and dramatic way. That's a decent sign, I think. You know, we're talking about resilience. We're talking about a team who doesn't know when they're beaten. They were rubbish at Bram Lane. They've then followed that up by going 2 down in every game. But if you can come back and you're willing to put up that fight, I think that's huge. You know, Norwich have got their win, but I'm not high on them or their resilience yet. So I don't think they're going to win this one. I'm going to draw. I'm going 1-1. Ooh.
1-1. I think Norwich, now they've got their tails up, they will be a force to be reckoned with. No, I don't think they will be. I really don't. I think they'll pick up some points, but I think this will be a win for them. I don't think Millwall are as good as what we think they are. But yeah, coming back against Swansea, it was, they've obviously put pressure on them to score 2 own goals. They've not just booted them into the back of their own net, because I think all match-fixing authorities would have got in touch with them for that one. But I've gone for a 2-0 Norwich win. I just feel like, off the back of the first win, they're going to get the second win. Next up, we have Birmingham City versus Wigan. What do you make for this one, mate?
Weird one, this one. I think it's tough to call. I think it's 2 teams, actually, who are... I still think they're both going to be down there. Birmingham got a fantastic point midweek. They've took a point off Watford. It seems like Birmingham are going to be a very solid, if maybe unspectacular, home team. And I think that's a really good sign. They're at home in this one. Wigan, if I'm remembering correctly, I think I've got 3 draws. It's a decent start for a newly promoted side, but they really need to kick on if they're going to do anything this season, or they want to stay up. And I don't think this is the game for them. I think they're going to lose it. I think it's 1-0 Birmingham.
Yeah, and I've gone for 2-1, so a very similar scoreline. It's always difficult to put 1-0, because if you put 1-0 and the team that you've put 0 for score first, you've not got your 3 points. You're only looking forward to 1 point. So, but no, 2-1 I've gone for. Let's move on to the next one, which is Burnley versus Blackpool. Now, Blackpool have not had a very good start to the season, and really, Vincent Kompany hasn't had a very good start to the season with the players that Burnley have got. Embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, it's been a mixed one, this, because these are 2 teams who I thought Burnley were going to be brilliant, and I thought Blackpool were going to be terrible. Ultimately, I think they've both been middling. Blackpool obviously got a fantastic result. I think it was Tuesday night they beat QPR, and I thought they were going to get an absolute spanking at QPR. So that's a fantastic result for them. In Josh Bowler, they have got one of the outstanding players in the division. I really, really like him. But I don't think that's going to be enough. I think eventually it will come good for Burnley. I think at home, their possession play, putting pressure on the other team, I think they're going to win it. JohnEgan.com thinks they're going to win it, which is enough of a sign for me. I'm going just 1-0. I don't think Burnley are full of goals, but I think they're a winner.
Before I pop that on screen, I just want to show 3-1 Blackpool. And do you know what? That's one of them results that happens. There's always one in the Championship every week where it's a random one. And somebody away from home where you don't expect to win will just pull out a shock. And that could be one of them. I doubt it, but that could be one of them. So there we go. Ollie's gone for 1-0. I've gone for 3-1. I think sooner or later, Burnley are going to smash someone. I'm not saying 3-1's a smashing, but 3 goals is what they'll be after. Next up, we've got your favourite team, Preston versus Watford. Now, I'll just let you take the floor on this one, mate. Go for it.
I've told everyone for weeks that Preston are the most boring team in league. I've literally repeated it every week. And then for some reason, I completely lost my mind on Monday. And I said, Preston, they're going to score goals. They're going to be great. Why didn't I just go 0-0? It's always 0-0. Get used to it being 0-0 for Preston. Watford have got a great attack. There are rumours, though, that Saul might be going. Pedro is being chased by Newcastle. Is he going to be around still? Just hedge your bets. It's Preston. We all know how this goes. It's 0-0.
You have actually gone for 0-0 as well. I didn't expect that. I actually thought you were going to go for a Watford win. I've gone for a Watford win. Preston haven't had a bad start to the season, in all honesty. I thought they were going to lose a few, but I'm going for a loss here. I think that Watford are going to be just too good. But thinking about this, if I look back on this video, I've probably predicted Watford to win every game, I think, and probably predicted Sheffield United to win every game as well. I can't remember, but it's one of them where you just end up going for the better team, I think, quite a lot of the time. But now I do think that Watford are going to win this game. They're just going to scrape it. And I've gone for a 1-0. Now, QPR versus the worst team in the world, Rotherham. Let's caveat that. That is an inside joke. To Rotherham fans that are watching this for the first time, we do not think that you're the worst team in the world. You will see in a second.
if Nick's got a different prediction to me, you will see in a second. I don't think Rotherham are the worst team in the world. I have done them a disservice on this show repeatedly, and I should apologise to them because actually they keep proving me wrong. I think they've started the season better than most people would have expected. I think they've started really strongly. I think they've shown that they've got a really good, organised defence. And I think at home, they've got a real amount of potential for really causing teams problems. I still don't believe that they've shown enough for me to get on their train yet. They might stay up, but they need to prove to me that they can put in consistent performances away from home. I don't think they've got that yet. I think QPR will win this. I think Willock is fit. I could be wrong, but if he is, that's a game changer for QPR. And that is where I'm going 2-0. 0-0.
I've gone for a 0-0. I think Rotherham are going to defend. I think they're going to see it out. That's what I've gone for. We've always got to go for a 0-0. There's always at least one 0-0 in the Championship, as there is always a crazy one. Yeah, it's normally Preston. It really is. But this season, it's not really been Rotherham because they've been banging goals in as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously they got 4 against Reading, and other than that, I think they've drawn 0-0.
Yeah, probably.
But this is a tricky one. I think I looked at their result midweek. I looked at the XG, and they've given a lot away in that game. I think they gave up 2 XG. They can't keep doing that. You can't keep getting away with it. Kieran, you're right. You've definitely proved me wrong so far. I'm already trying to backtrack and say that Rotherham aren't the worst team in the world after promising everybody they were going to be. But yeah, I just think that I don't think this is the one for them.
No, there's a big 7-0 there. That could happen. Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't think it will, but it's a possibility. Now, the big one, Reading versus Middlesbrough. Will Middlesbrough finally win a game of professional football in the league?
No, I don't think they will. I don't know how. I think, I've been talking to people over the last couple of days and they're telling me that Middlesbrough are brilliant. Apparently last night they were fantastic. They should have won the game. They've chucked it away in the 91st minute. They should be getting 3 points. But the fact that they keep not being able to do it and they can't get over the line is enough for me to think they're still not going to be able to do that. Reading have put in a fantastic performance. They've battered Blackburn, who were running away with the league. And I think they've shown they've got a little bit of resilience to come back from that Rotherham game. I think another team that's different at home, and I think they're going to be able to see this one out and get a 0-0, take another point.
Oh, can we just go back to that Reading versus Blackburn game? Because that's one of the things I wanted to bring up, because I called that something other than a Blackburn win was going to happen.
You did.
That happened.
You did.
However, I didn't think they were going to absolutely smash them. And not just that, that's probably not what you expected me to say. Were you expecting me to bring up the fact that somebody, a Blackburn fan, I'm pretty sure, commented after we were talking, and I think I said that they're in a false position. Yeah. He said that they were going to smash Reading 5-0. And then what happened, Ollie?
Well, then they got absolutely battered.
That's not what I was asking you for. Then what did he do?
Oh, he deleted his comment. He ran off.
He deleted his comment. Disgusting.
If you're going to talk a big game and you think that we're not going to notice, shame. No. Shame on you.
Stand by your comment. Die by the sword. Absolutely. Anyway, let's get back to this game. I've gone for a Middlesbrough win. They're finally going to do it. They were almost home and dry in the last game last night. So I think they're going to do it this time. I think Reading were very up and down. I think that this is going to be a down game for them. And I've gone for a 2-1 Borough win. Next up, we've got the Blades. Dem Blades against Blackburn Rovers. All that we've just said about Blackburn. And now hopefully they're not going to be our team.
Why was I just sat here slagging them off when I know that we're playing them on Saturday?
You forgot all about that, didn't you?
Stand by your comment. They're rubbish. Yeah. No. I was impressed with United. I thought the first 30 minutes, 11v11 against Sunderland, we were struggling to get our midfield in the game. I think, though, we had started to get a foothold when we get the red card. And from that point on, I thought it was an impressive performance, apart from one mistake that gives a goal away. I think at Bramall Lane, we've got a fantastic record under Heke. I think we generally don't concede many. We've been scoring goals and we've been winning games. For Blackburn, we said it the other day. We feel they were in a false position at the top of the league. They were outperforming their XG by a mile, and it's just not sustainable, as we saw midweek. I think that's the start of a come down for them. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I think United are going to win.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I've gone for a 5-0 Blackburn win. No, I'm only joking. I've gone for a 3-1 Blades win. The Blades are finally going to score 3 goals at home. We've been flirting with it.
Yeah.
We've been scoring 2 goals, 2 early goals, and then just not be able to put teams away. I think this is the game. I think Kadra comes on in that second half and just has them on toast because they hate Kadra now. They cannot stand him. And he is one of those players that I just feel like he's one of them SHIT houses, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he is. And
win
he will
free
win
kicks. Try and piss him off however he wants to do it.
Yeah.
He is fantastic. And last night he was unbelievable for the Blades against Sunderland. Great to watch.
Electric when he come on.
Yeah. I need to pop some on screen, don't I? 2-2. Wayne's going 2-2. For Chris Barton. 3-2 Blades. Oh, some big score lines in here. 2-0 Doyle and Kadra. Oh, 2 players that probably won't start. So that's a late show, that I reckon. That's a late show. 2 late goals. 1-0 from James, 3-0 Blades, 2-1 Blades. To be honest, mate, I do feel like because this is a Sheffield United channel primarily, there's probably a lot of Blades in the chat, and that's the reason why everybody's saying Blades.
Me too. Yeah.
But we're not all about the Blades in this video. Let's talk about Stoke versus Sunderland.
Sunderland impressed me. You know, I was saying that first 30 minutes, I thought they were looking a very good team. I thought they were in control. I thought they got a real stamp on the game and just came out really fast. I think they'll cause teams a lot of problems. I think they would have caused us a lot of problems as well had they not gone down to 10 so early on. I think their games are generally going to be full of goals because I don't think they necessarily had the best defence. I think they do look good going forwards. I just going goals here. I think it's coming. I'm going 4-2 Sunderland.
4-2
goals.
I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know. I made this graphic. I weren't going to let people behind the curtain this early, but yeah, I don't want to live a lie. I've gone for 2-2, so we've gone for many goals. That's 10 goals between us. We think this game's going to be, so it's guaranteed to finish 0-0.
Be so boring.
100%.
Preston will win 4-2, and this will be 0-0.
Yeah, probably. JohnEdegan.com saying it's going to finish 2-1, so there's only going to be 3 goals in it. So
yeah, it's going to be 2-1 in it.
Yeah, probably. Let's move on to Swansea versus Luton. And Swansea, I'm not big fans of Swansea anymore. They've done me now. 2-0. 2-0 in the 90th minute, lads. I wouldn't have been anywhere near the bottom. No, I would have still been bottom. But yeah.
You've got one more point, but that's not the point. But I think the psychological damage of what's happened there is just a hangover. That's a hangover waiting to happen because you don't throw away a 2-0 lead with 2 own goals and then get away with it unscathed. I think their fans will be feeling the frustration the same as the players, and so they'll want to come out fast, but that is not their style. They are patient. They are going to pass it about. They are going to fanny in the middle like teams do, and that's exactly what Luton want to see. Against other, that's it. That's exactly everyone knows. But that's exactly what Luton are going to want to see. They're going to want to punish a team that are just trying to be patient for patience' sake, and they're going to try and hit them hard, hit them fast. And while Luton have had a pretty poor start to this season, they haven't got going. I think they're going to win this.
Right. Okay. Before you reveal what the score is going to be, I just want to say 0-0, 0-0. That's 3 0-0s in a row. Kieran, Blake, and JohnEgan.com are saying. James has come in with a 2-0. I'm going to quickly pop up on screen. I've gone 1-0 Swansea. You've gone 1-0 Luton. Let's see. Neither have really pulled up too many trees this season.
This is a tricky one to predict, to be honest. This is one of them
0-0. This is a 0-0.
Yeah. If the 0-0s come in, probably coming here, because this is one of them games that you just... 2 teams who haven't started very well. Both would probably take the point if you offered it them now.
Yeah.
It's a 1-goal game. So that 3-0 was a brave shout by wherever that came in from.
Yeah. Next up, West Brom versus Hull City. 2 odd teams. Hull City.
XG Albion.
XG Albion, go on.
Albion. They do it every week. They do it every game. Another one midweek where they got 1 XG. I know it doesn't sound game-changing, but when you're only giving up 0.2, you've done enough to win that game. And they're just not able to get it over the line. It's not bouncing for them. This happened last season. It's been consistent this season. That probably means you've got a flaw in your attack. It's not just bad luck, because we can all say it's bad luck, but it isn't. Your finishing's not working. You've not got enough there to be able to finish those chances.
Yeah.
He says before he gives an interesting prediction that they are going to score goals here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know I'm pretending like I'm shocked, but actually I couldn't remember what you put. So 3-1. Wow. Didn't expect that. I think right at the start of the season, when they played on Sky against Middlesbrough and came back from 1 goal down, I think we were thinking that West Brom were going to be good this season. I don't think we expected Middlesbrough to be as what are Middlesbrough? Just leak goals in. They score some goals, but they also leak goals in for fun. That's not a Chris Wilder side, though. Chris Wilder side are good at defending.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be organised. You'd think they'd be structured. It sounds as though from the people I've spoken to, Lenihan is not impressing. You know, we chased him. This is one thing that Wilder does do, and I realise this isn't the Middlesbrough part, but I'm going to say it anyway. Wilder had a record at United that if he chased a player for 2 years, they were rubbish when they arrived. And that's what's happened with Lenihan. He chased him for 2 years at United. He's chased him all the way to Middlesbrough. He turned up and he's rubbish. That is something that happens, and I think Middlesbrough need to sort that out. And because of Middlesbrough's problems, maybe that comeback from West Brom wasn't as impressive. Maybe it was just a case of they were given the chance to let themselves in the game. Yeah. But I still think there's enough there that they're going to turn it around. I've been very impressed with Hull. I think they've done well.
Yeah, they've done really well this season. But you've still gone for them losing 3-1.
Yeah, they're still going to get hammered, but I like them now. So, you know, something to hang your hats on, lads, is a positive.
Definitely. I just want to bring up the comment that I popped up on screen, Kieran. That was me in the black hoodie last night running towards Triple Point. I was late for the match and I needed to drink copious amounts of beer. So, that was me. So, if you see me at Bramall Lane, give me a shout, though. Next up, we've got Bristol City versus Cardiff City. Is this one of the games that we talk about every week where we just don't really care?
Yeah, I don't care. I was hearing I'm hearing rumours. Is this some kind of derby? Is my geography horrific? Or is this just nothing? I'm trying to do it in my head. And I'm hearing rumours, like it's on Sky at 12 o'clock on a Sunday. People are talking as if they don't like each other. And I have no idea why.
It must be. Yeah. Oh, I wish you'd not done this to me.
I should have told you before we came on. We could have.
Yeah, you should have. But let us know in the comments right now, guys, if there's any Bristol City or Swansea, Cardiff City fans. Oops. Let us know. I'll pop up some score lines on screen right now. 3-3 wild prediction. There's always one of them, as we keep saying. Another one. Oh, that's the last one.
But I think that's a decent shout. That 3-3. I've gone for a draw myself. I think there's not going to be much to separate these. I've been impressed with Bristol's start. I thought they weren't going to be very good, but actually they've started well. Andy Vyman started well. You think they've started very, very well.
I think they've had a good start. They score goals. That's for sure, and that's why I think a lot of people are giving wild predictions, and we've gone for big goals as well. So I think that's going to happen. I think that I just like Bristol City. I think sometimes they score a lot of goals. Andy Vyman, like you say, Andy Vyman's a fantastic striker as well. And I'm shocked that nobody else has come in for him for such a long time. He's been there, He's been there 45 years, I think, something like that. He's a great, at least.
He's been scoring goals at Bramall Lane ever since he joined.
He has. He's probably scored more goals at Bramall Lane than Ollie McBurney scored at Bramall Lane.
To be honest, I don't think he's at Bramall Lane, but
I shouldn't have said that, really, should I? Especially how well he played last night. Anyway, he was really good. Anyway, let's leave it there. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I've left every single fixture in the comments below on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, you have to come over to YouTube, go in the comments, copy and paste them, put them straight into the comments, and just change that little VS to your score prediction. And you'll be letting us know exactly what you're going for. And then Ollie may give you a shout out. Obviously, JohnEgan.com's probably going to win it yet again.
Always getting a shout.
But if you want to beat johnegan.com, make sure you get in there, get your predictions in, and you may get a shout out from my good man on my right or left, however you're looking at it right now. And hopefully, I'm going to somewhat not embarrass myself this week.
Nah.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.